It's starting to rain outside a little.
Is it?
It's coming down. Well, it's like lightly coming down.
It was looking dreary most of the day. I thought it was going to be a lot worse.
It's pretty warm out though. Good weather for the voters voting.
Yeah, I hope you didn't need your umbrella necessarily. I thought you might have, but
Well, do people vote? Oh, I guess if you're waiting in lines.
yeah, outside. I mean, it must have been around the buildings. So many people lined up to cast their vote, make their voice heard in this beautiful country.
All right. Well, this could be a hard turn segue. So I was reading this thing last night. This is where it gets into. So this is where it gets into like. Let's just jump right into it. This is where it gets into like astrology is real.
Oh, we're gonna talk right, but we're going right into astrology. Oh God,
right into it.
I'm on the 0 decibel.
-10.
Yeah. Oh
okay.
wait.
-10.
I'm on -10 now.
Right into it. All right.
Okay.
Let me give you some info. So there's these things called decans. So each sign is like 30 days roughly. Like let's just say for Cancer, which is my sign, it starts July 21st, usually ends around 22nd, 23rd. I'm born on the 22nd.
So we can live under a certain sign for a little bit, and then living under a sign can have an impact on people.
Real quick. So each planet represents something. The sun, the moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, but these symbols represent
celestial
things.
bodies.
Yes, exactly. Planet's a word, but these celestial bodies emit energy that comes through to us. They kind of form us in a sense. So, but the sun is what everyone attributes, like the main, like, oh, you're an Aries, you're a Cancer, you're a Virgo, you're a Leo. You know, the sun, but that's not what you just are. The sun just represents the ego. It kind of represents the being you're becoming in this life. That's what's said.
Okay.
That's what the sun represents. It kind of is what you're consciously trying to be, in a sense, almost.
What you're aiming for, your ultimate aim.
Kind of.
Like Apollo.
Whereas the moon represents your unconscious feelings. They say it's your previous life. It's your previous sun. It's your previous things underneath. Only you really know.
Mm-hmm.
But our sun sign, they're called decans, where it's, so like from the first decan, like they have like Aries 1, Aries 2, Aries 3. Taurus 1, Taurus 2, Taurus 3.
Why the numbers?
They're decans. They're broken up in 10 degrees each because the sun moves through the sky in degrees.
Right.
So the first dates, so like 1 through 9 or 1 through 10 is decan 1. 10 through 21, 10 through 20 is decan 2. 21 degrees to 30 is decan 3. Each decan has their own attributes, like your own potency of the energy. They say the first decans, they are more like the raw, just potent energy. The middle one's like more getting there. And the third is like the most matured version of that energy, that composition, say you. So let me just read you mine, and I'll read you yours. Because you're a decan 3. I'm a decan 3. I'm a Cancer decan 3 sun.
That's the most refined.
That's what they say, yes. But let's just read this.
Why am I a decan 3? I'm not even like initiated.
When was your birthday? The 10th?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. From the 10th to the 20th, you're in the third.
Oh, like the trimester.
Exactly. Yeah. Think of it like that. School. There you go.
Like a pregnancy.
There you go.
Oh,
you already got it.
I got it.
So let me read you this, because I'll just read you mine first. I'll let you see what you think. Being the Cancer decan 3, it says the sun shimmers through the twins, the unicorn, the great bear, the greater dog, and the lesser dog, from July 13th to the 22nd. These are your true lunatic Cancerians, with the influence of the famous constellation of the twins Castor and Pollux. These twins were rivals, but also inseparable. And think of my film. I didn't know this before. I read this too after I read this about my friends. Like I get when I read about friends because I want to know like this. You'll see why. So when I just read about myself, just listen, and think about that last character in my film, the red character. Okay. It says, with this decan, we are dealing here with polarities, good and evil, the living and the dead, left brain and right brain, lunar and solar. Castor is thought to represent Apollo, the sun god. The imagination is very strong here, along with the ability to capture it and put it into words. People born under the twins make excellent writers. Kind of interesting. Castor tends towards optimism, looking at the bright side of life and boosting esteem. He makes a great motivator, and his skill was training horses. Pollux is the boxer and the daredevil. His creative style is to explore the hidden, the shadow, and subject matter that is deemed taboo. Pollux relishes in exploring the seedy side of life. In love, Cancer Decan 3 are utterly devoted to a fault. This can be quite overwhelming. Cancer Decan 3 really needs some artistic or musical outlet for them to process their deep, dark passions and euphoric highs. Sometimes these people can seem like the classic bipolar. When they are up, they are flying, exuberant, charming, fun, and playful. When they are down, though, it can be actually quite scary. It is often a shock to see them this way to those who have only seen the sunny side. I just thought that was kind of interesting. Because I remember you saying I had a duality and almost that the film balanced it. And I never like consciously thought too much about like God and but like the film has that.
Yeah,
evil.
that just was implicitly there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I don't think that's something that you necessarily working into your work. It just appears naturally.
Okay, now let me read you. So that was interesting. Now let me read you the one about you, dude, because it's amazing.
Is it Aries Deccan 3?
Yeah, Decan. They say but it's Decan. It actually is Decan. So Decan 3 are ruled by Venus and Jupiter, which is Sagittarius sign. The sun trailblazes through the constellations of the sea monster, river, goldfish, king fishes, and princess. Although we are in a fire sign, you can see we have quite a nautical battle on our hands, as Venus was the goddess of love and war in ancient times. So what we end up with is a raging sea and a tsunami of flaming emotions. Aries Decan 3 needs to make love, not war. But if it can't make love, then the war can get very monstrous indeed. Despite the Decan being ruled by two benefics in separate systems, nearly all of the stars in Aries Decan 3 are given to the attributes of Saturn or Jupiter. On the positive side, all right, hang on. Everything with these rams is played at epic proportions. It is also very sexual since we know Jupiter was the biggest nymph chaser of them all. Of course, this Decan will have quite Sagittarius attributes too. So here we get judgmental folk who sometimes take the law into their own hands. We can also find pirate types and vigilantes here. On the positive side, the Venusian charm can also work to tame an aggressive audience. The power of art or humor to heal and be cathartic is also found here. Aries Decan 3 have a black humor, which can be how the sexual frustration is vented out if they are not using this biting energy physically. They are sarcastic and can be bitter in their criticism. True, they are bitchy, but they are hilarious. Therefore, Aries Decan 3 can actually make very good money as commentators, critics, and raconteurs. Now tell me that ain't you, bro.
Yeah, that's pretty me, dude.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, my face is like pretty red right now. It's pretty wild.
Isn't that crazy?
Well, it's more just like more encouragement and just.
That's what I mean. That's what this stuff is.
Probably should lean in. Probably stop being a fag. And
that's
just
what I mean. When you
put. Yeah.
You're doing fucking comedy, and that's what I was saying outside. It's like you're a comic.
I haven't been.
Yeah,
but
you're like
in weeks. But
you have it in you. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, no, I've been.
That's like what that teacher didn't have the poetry in him.
Mm-hmm.
But that kid I was telling you in the class, he had it in him.
Right.
Trump has that leadership in him. Kamala doesn't. You know when someone's being like trying to do something.
Yeah.
That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
That was when I read that, dude. I was like, this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing, right?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then and that's what I mean. Like when I read mine, I was like, this is the devil and the evil, and it's like music. Like, so I mean, like I have a lot going on inside me. It's like I have to find something to do it. You know, that's why it goes back to that video I sent you, Joey Diaz, where he's like, fucking like do something. So it's this. I thought that was interesting, and I think that ties in kind of like where the world and things are going. It's like you have doers, people that want to do things and like kind of want to have their own will, as you say, or use their own will to do what they want to do, make their own way. And then you have people that just want to sit and watch.
I just want to create the least amount of work for myself, you know?
Exactly.
The path of least resistance.
That's why we have like.
I want an easy life.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want any problems in my life, you know? Well, you know, people have problems, though. You know, I can't, obviously.
Well, I think almost people that don't want any problems in their life tend up having some of the most problems. You know what I mean? Because they end up getting like fat and lazy, or then they just start thinking way too much about themselves and they have to figure everything about that goes on in their head, and then
Sure,
they're
if-
always in and out of therapy, and they're
They
always in and off of
medicalize their problem. There's a difference
There you
between
go,
like
yeah.
dying. You can be fat and like not see the doctor.
But like
or whatever.
yeah, that's what
But
I mean.
If
though.
you
Yeah,
medicalize
that's a
everything
great
and
word.
like involve yourself with like the government and become an experiment for the government and like a paycheck, you're fucked.
You become an
'Cause you have
experiment for the government.
Because you have to think. You have to calculate that into your thinking at all times. That's your whole. That becomes part of your being at that
Right.
point. That's why people you're actually not like being yourself because you're
just a part. I got to go to the doctors today.
There's so many
this
presuppositions to
happened.
what
I
you're
gotta
doing.
do this.
The only
This is what I got to go to my job. I got to work this. This like goes back to what we were saying. Like most people, like if you have common sense, you can do any job. You don't have a career. Like, you're not a fixed position. Like you can do any job. You can learn. You should be able to learn to do any job within a week.
That's what you were bred for. That's what the Nordics fucked a monkey to turn you into a human is so that you could take orders and do tasks perfectly. But you're not actually supposed to know how to be. It's miraculous that we've sprouted a consciousness and actually have this whole epistemology and history of being and like what it's come to be. It's amazing that it's come about. But I'm thankfully we have Wendy's. I'm glad we have Wendy's though. But fuck all that shit that I just said. Fuck that. I'm glad we have Wendy's and McDonald's, and I'm glad
you have the conscious decision to even go get a Wendy's.
Yeah.
The fact that we even have a
that's
Wendy's.
amazing.
And Wendy's shouldn't get shit on, dude. Like fast food shouldn't get shit on. I don't know. Isn't it how funny how like the people that eat like avocado spread sandwiches and shit? They're like the fat people. Like they're like the unhealthiest people.
Yeah.
But they're like, I can't eat this. These people can't even like form sentences.
Indulging in a lifestyle like that only accelerates the absolute definite end that this all has.
Yeah.
Because people that eat avocado toast, as you say, are the same people. They don't even go and get it themselves. They hire some migrant to go drive a gas-guzzling car and just fuck the universe even more, bring it to them, and then it's just, I mean...
But they think they're being good to get that avocado.
Somehow. Because they get a dopamine hit because they're posting on Instagram.
And I make good guacamole with
the dopamine hit has been calculated to be better than fentanyl.
Yeah, it has. Through the colors and just the little tap. Yeah, dude.
It's amazing. They had scientists and genius retards in a room. Like, we need you to trigger 6 different senses or whatever.
And then they had, those guys aren't even geniuses. They're just good at studying they're just good at studying idiots. They're good at studying the primate side of humans. Because a genius is like Kanye West, Donald Trump, Elon Musk. Like, that's genius. It is.
I mean, genius in a really...
No, I know.
Those people are schizophrenics, if we're being honest.
But genius
But I mean that in the most sincere, best possible way, and like we need schizos.
It is, and then it's all designed for people just to give these companies attention. Because the more attention you give their screen, they make more money off you.
You get more data, and we send that data over to China, and then China's going to use that data against you.
They buy it. It's all for money.
I don't even
want your attention. Yeah. That's why you got to have... Trump's up by 100, they're saying right now.
That's why you have to pay attention. It's so important that you pay attention.
What do you think Jordan Peterson's doing tonight? Is he in America?
He's probably fucking his hot daughter like a pervert.
How you should be, though. Is he doing it gracefully?
He's...
in a clean bedroom?
Hopefully. In a clean... in clean underwear as well. I keep up with my laundry. Michaela, where's my mushroom tea?
Scranton.
You know Joe Biden's from Scranton?
It's crazy.
And you know that show, The Office? It also takes place in Scranton. Isn't that weird?
It is odd.
Why? How's that happen?
He was born a long time ago, though, too. I think they picked Scranton because it's just like an offshoot, like, I work a corporate job in Scranton. Well, I'm just looking at it from like a writer's
Was he born
view.
literally in Scranton then? But he was born in Scranton. But you're saying The Office show?
Are you trying to say he was born in Scranton to like tie in like Office viewers?
All I'm saying, I think that he probably was born in Scranton, but I think that the CIA had a hand in writing The Office and was like, hey.
Oh, I mean, I'm saying
BJ Novak works for the CIA.
It's like you're under an umbrella and you're under this umbrella of influence that you don't even realize until you. I mean, that's what like I said, when I worked on those TV shows, I was working for the CIA. I was in a low level form, but I was. And I was just a college kid being like, I'll get cool TV experience and some decent pay. And it was better than anyone else, most people I knew was doing. And it was like,
Oh, every story we're doing is about black people? Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah.
Oh, we want to tear down men? Okay, yeah. Just 20, yeah.
Oh, we should do skits about toxic masculinity and the straight white male?
I didn't do anything. I didn't go that far.
I know, we're just doing a bit.
Yeah. I always try to have this realness where I'm like, okay, I can't let people, like, I'm not bad, all right. I was just doing it to put on my resume and make some money. But, I mean, that's what it's all about. And that's what's so fucked is like, we got to, I said in my movie, it's like, it's a fucked up time where you have to like, to have independence, you have to sell trauma or sex.
To have true independence in the sense,
In a sense of like a money independence, where you don't have to have a job. Like you could just
where you
like
don't
sell.
have to think about rent.
You could just
You
sell
have to
your
about eating food.
You could just sell like all your shitty trauma and try to attack it onto people, or you could just sell sex, and that should get you money easier than like. And I only say that because out of like I know how hard it is to make money out of like really trying, and I even make money and just like really express something with all your power, not even all your power, but just like most of it.
Your obvious intention, your obvious like will to bring something.
And then that's where you come in and it's like, oh, God and devil or Satan are real because, you know, they always say like temptate. It's easy.
Oh, and they're actually like the same thing.
It's really hard. But it's like, I'm not making, you know, it's just interesting. Like I said, it's almost an experiment what I'm trying to do. You know what I mean? No. It's just an experiment how people react to things almost.
Yeah, that's effort. I mean, yeah, I see what you're saying. When you, man, that's the fun in it, dude.
And to like just break people's
brains. That's the fun because everybody takes. I mean, for example, the time of the year that it is right now, everybody's taking everything so seriously. It's insane. No, who's holding the gun to your head?
That was a good line. Yeah.
That to do this.
Well, I think a lot of it's just too. There's things that people just say. Like when it's around the holidays, you say Happy Christmas. Like, how much do people really mean what they say?
Do you really need to be saying this? Is your life really like hinging on you saying all these things and upholding these things that don't mean anything at this point?
Well, that's what I mean. How much do people really just say in a social setting just
all
to
the
say
time?
It? Exactly.
All the time.
But like what's an appropriate setting to say exactly what you mean though?
What is an appropriate setting?
Yeah. Because a lot of times people just like you kind of said, like it's never like really cool. Like
at a party when we're all drinking.
Like, no, I'm just saying like encroaching on someone's like sensibilities.
Truly, you should do it all the time at this point.
Nowadays,
at this point, as a militant like attack on the horrible restraints and limitations that have been placed on us by this whole thing.
You're saying this right now, and I just see Alex Jones right there, and you're just like, we are in a militant attack on everything, and it's just. I feel like he's right here with us.
He's saying what I'm saying.
Yes.
He's saying what I'm saying.
And you got Sterling Hayden just smoking a fat cigar.
You know how many times he got frustrated about how many times he had to film this scene and do it over, and he was like, "Well,
he had to come back."
And Stanley talked to him, and then he was able to do it eventually.
But he's like, I trust Stanley. Hang on. I clicked it. It got 2.5 Men on now. Yeah. That's what America wants us. Dude, did you ever watch this show? My dad loves this show.
Only because it was on, but I never to the point where like, oh, I'm going to learn the lore and the canon.
It was just because it was, Men. I mean, we grew up, but it is pretty fun. I mean, Charlie Sheen. I
only caught reruns. Charlie
Sheen is, he's goated. I hate saying that word, but he is.
Because it should be thrown out sparsely.
Mm-hmm. It's just kind of like a dumb thing.
Is, though.
You know what? You want to know
Mel Gibson is goated. Charlie Sheen is goated.
You want to know a really good word that I'm going to start saying now more and more? It's just not even a word. It's more just like a, kind of like a check on someone, like you were saying. But dude, it's so good. It's bad form.
Bad form, yeah.
That's bad form.
That's bad form. I love form. Dude, form, that's so British. That's some British bullshit, dude.
It's bad form, dude.
Yeah, I'm hip to that. I'm hip to that.
Right?
It's nice.
It's just like, it's such a good thing to say. Like someone's, hey, dude, it's bad form.
You don't even have to say, it's something that you can notice. It's something that you can notice when somebody is doing something in bad form. Like, you shouldn't have gone there.
Yeah,
it goes outside of social convention, brother.
Bad form.
Bad time.
Yeah.
What were you thinking?
Yeah. It's tremendous. It's bad form. And it's just so like, imagine saying that to like, or something.
Well, that was in bad form. Kind of let yourself go there a little bit. Oh, you think that annihilating a group of innocent children, 15,000 of them in 2 years, is good?
Just because they're going to grow up and to be woman-hating monsters?
Because they might fly some planes, which would have been impossible for people to do.
I don't know. You explain that Palestine, you explain it to me more, and it's like, yeah.
I'll have you read this goddamn it's so...
Well, it's like, yeah, I mean, they
just
free Palestine, but it's also, it's like I said, dude.
It's not hard
I listened back to the episode, and you're just like, there's no good stance for Israel. I'm like, okay, well, what's the good for Israel? And you're like, there's no good.
Only if you're a cuck for religion in general. Like, well, they're very pious people. They have a right to defend themselves. Like, they're genociding over, like, I mean, children right now.
But I guess like you said, yeah,
they could have grown up to maybe learn how to fly planes. Maybe
like Hitler wanted to exterminate the rats.
Yeah, because they got really good with numbers. I don't even have any goddamn idea why you would do something like
the only logical thing really is that Hitler time traveled to the future, saw a vision of where we're at now, and was like, I will stop this. Or he saw it in his dreams or something. That's literally the only logical thing, because there is no real reasoning why. It was just that the Aryans were the perfect race, and he wanted to exterminate these nasty Jews. Well, but that's like shitty reasoning. It really is shitty reasoning.
Well, the Germanic people were in shambles after World War I. They really weren't they were a disjointed country. They weren't even a country for a while. They weren't a united Germany people. So
I don't know. I just think they try to make you think Hitler's just a nasty, evil, rotten being.
I mean, you'd probably be a pretty nasty person if. Well, I mean, he's not.
But I'm just saying.
Do you know what he went? Do you know what? Go ahead. What were you trying?
I'm just saying it's like there? They make it seem, like you just said. What is the real reasoning why he wanted to kill all the Jews, or what it's been said?
I mean, I could tell you why, but it wouldn't make any sense.
Well, just say it.
I mean, he was told to do it. Well,
that's what I'm trying to say. It's like it was either he was getting visions of something, or he was told.
Or some Nordics were showing up in his bedroom at night, which there are reports of from doctors.
Well, that's what I mean. That's still like a vision in a sense.
Yeah, that is a projection. Most likely a projection, or it could be a literal human Nordic showing up, be like, "Hey, you should probably kill the Jews, or we're going to kill all of Germany."
In a sense, even them visiting just him alone, that's almost like. Granted, if it happened in reality, it's still a dream in a sense. It's like
it is a dream because it only happens to the individual.
Exactly.
That's very amazing.
That's what I'm trying to say. So it's like the only logical, almost like you get to the point where it's like the only logical reason why he wanted to exterminate the Jews was he saw a vision of what things are like now. And how things are ran, and how the world's
and how the Jews were plotting against their downfall. They were plotting on my downfall.
Hitler painted Hitler.
He was a painter. He was a good painter.
There's a lot of footage of him actually. He's
playing with dogs,
animals,
petting cows,
hordes of women around him. It's like nature. Like he was a fan of nature almost.
He was he was just. Oh, man.
I don't know. It's just interesting.
God, we're being too sympathetic towards Hitler right now.
That's why I said it's just interesting. That's why I was like,
I sighed oh man, thinking about Hitler. Like I'm gonna fuck Hitler later.
That's why I was like, it's just interesting. Because we are pretty big. But it is, dude. It's interesting to think about. But we have to. This goes back to what history's told to you.
I mean, if you're really getting in qualms about, I mean. You need to look at things on an even playing field.
I think it just sprung up when the logic of killing them all. Mm-hmm. Why? And like you said,
it could only be a vision.
But what's the reason why? Like, what's these people's reason why?
Because
what's the news media's reason why?
It's because
he just hated them.
Not
That's
because
stupid.
Are we talking about Hitler's motivation, or are we going to talk about the Nordic aliens behind Hitler's motivation?
We're not bringing up the Nordic. We're bringing up the main.
Too much.
Yeah.
All right, we won't go into that.
Well, we'll get to that. We
can get to that.
We'll cross into that. But I'm saying why are we raised in high school?
Why do we think that Hitler? Okay, I see what you're getting. I see what you're getting to.
Yeah.
Because
You're good.
Because maybe he's the first example of it being
such a powerful entity,
and it being public, and there being technology to document it as well.
Yeah.
And it's like the first visual documentation we see of somebody like a Jesus Christ figure, that archetype specifically. Your eyes lit up.
Well, that was a good word.
That's exactly the archetype that we're talking about here. It's that Christ-like figure taking on this immense burden for people, for mankind, and then being sacrificed ultimately for whatever Christ, or for God. That's very out there.
I don't know if Christ is the word, but we don't know Christ, so
yeah, I'm not.
What if Christ was like Hitler?
Christ is like Hitler. Hitler is like Christ.
So when you say like
that's people.
Well, I remember when we first started working on the story, you're like Kanye's Hitler, and I didn't really get that kind of. But Kanye's doing good things. I always felt like that. So it's like
I guess we should pin down what do we mean when we say somebody's
Hitler?
like Hitler, and what does Hitler represent symbolically as a.
I always thought it was the one thing I thought about Hitler that was.
He's like Peter Pan.
I don't want to say that, dude.
He's the Peter Pan figure.
Man, the more and more we talk about this, I like Hitler more and more.
That's the reason he was so able to gather. What's the word? Oh man, I forgot.
He really wow. Okay, now it all makes sense.
Rally the people together.
So all the richest people in the world all wanted us to hate Hitler, but because they're scared of him.
Well, they were paid. He was paid off. He was propped up by. Like you said, the most powerful people in the world.
So this is what's fascinating. Okay, about Hitler.
Well, you're saying now
listen
people
to
want
this.
us to
All right,
hate
so
him.
no. All right, we're gonna tie this to the beginning of the episode. Hitler's Aries Decan 3. He's born April 20th. He's like at the highest form.
I did know that. I always found that very peculiar. That's half my date.
So his Mercury sign was also in Aries. And when you saw him, like I think I explained to you a little bit, like what Aries represents. When you think about what Mercury represents, the planet Mercury, it represents communication, talking, a lot of that. It's mostly communication. That's what and his being in Aries is the most fiery, just like that's. And when you saw him speak, like no one could do that unless like you had the emotions to act it, but his was so fucking just like on point and natural.
It's the most because he allowed himself to be truly possessed by the whatever.
He was just in this moment. It was crazy.
And he didn't even have them. He wasn't aware that cameras around. That's the problem. People are so aware that cameras around.
Like you saw the Cardi B speech earlier, and it's like, hold up, y'all.
We're not talking.
Hold up, y'all.
Cardi B speech. I don't want to talk about.
But I want to juxtapose the two of them together.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
And where we are politically, where we are as a species. Like
I'm like nervous, y'all. I'm like real mad nervous and shit. I ain't never done something like this before. I hope y'all bear with me, yo.
Yeah, and then you had him just
exciting.
And then even like Trump's great because Trump has like this, like when Trump speaks, there's like this, he understands the room. Like he gets emotion. Like when he talks, I don't know, he feels people more. Mm-hmm. He's feeling the room more, and then he's just adding on to it. And then Hitler was creating the room, and everyone was just on to him. You know what I mean? Kind of.
They do the same thing. I think
it's a little bit of, but it's
more gentle. They're doing the same thing, but Trump's more gentle.
It's gentle, but Trump's given. There's a give and flow too. Mm-hmm. He'll redirect. Hitler was This is it.
It was a little different then. Like we can at least say it was a little bit different.
Yeah, then, people's minds were a little.
Hopefully,
different.
They were never entirely fucked right now. All right, because sometimes it's been looking like that. But
I think we are. I really kind of do. The more and more I learn more. I mean, I know so much about how this internet all works. Well, I just know about the entertainment and how it just gets into people's minds and how it's all bullshit. Like the internet just.
The problem is,
ever since the internet came, it fucks with people. But
it was intentionally put out to do this. It's doing exactly what it's meant to do. All this stuff they gathered all this information, the CIA and other government.
But it also allows for rebellion.
Exactly, because they can't calculate all this. Obviously, we're gonna win in the end.
Yeah,
we're gonna win in the end. Like the fucking,
we're gonna win. The way you said
that's why I'm so happy all the time. Is because, not happy, but I mean. There's this glistening optimism because it's like there is a Gnosticism and there is going to be a balance and that will always exist in this universe.
Yeah,
evil's not going to win, nor good will win either. But it's about the balance. Yeah, exactly.
It comes and it goes, and the good. I feel like the good's about to come.
And it's we just got to move beyond our mortal flesh. I'm so sick of this mortal bind.
Well, that's
should we not be beyond this mortal bind?
Well, you move beyond by creating art.
I think a couple more lifetimes.
You move beyond by creating art.
Yeah.
Because that's not mortal, but that's me.
It's eternal. That's something eternal.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
we still watch Richard Pryor and George Carlin, Robin Williams. Like that's what it is. That's what I mean. It's like Tupac. I learned that.
We still feel we feel more deeply about these things from 50 years ago than we could ever feel than anything about what's going on.
I mean, these are so cool right now. This
Yeah.
is from the 50s. This is my dad's battleship set. But it's like there's something to it. You know what I mean?
They don't make something like the Battleship. These boxes are so simply made. There's
And
just
it's
so
red
much
and blue.
bullshit. Yeah, this is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
G4.
Let me see.
Is this gonna take up too much of our?
Hit. You got to hit. We can just do it intermittently.
Okay, I got a hit
You
already.
got to hit, yeah.
G4. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah,
I think I keep going if I get a hit.
yeah.
All right. F4.
F4 hit.
Okay. E4.
No hit.
Okay.
What was I saying?
Here, you should do your turn real quick and then we pause. Just so we're on the same. Yeah, we don't.
H7.
H7. Miss.
Yep, I figured. Okay.
All right.
Where were we before that? I heard this guy fucked kids on Epstein Island.
Who is this guy?
Roger Stone.
Yeah, that sounds like a name that I would believe that fucked kids.
But he's like hardcore. He's always been on InfoWars.
Do you think Alex Jones would have somebody that fucked kids on his show?
No.
Okay, so then I think we can probably retract our
Is it
statement.
a hit job?
Yeah.
Dude, I just love how they have everything set up in this room. It's so perfect. Like
In the war room?
the buffet set. I mean, just everything.
Do you have
That's how he
poached
sets
eggs?
up his set. That's how he sets up his room. It's
Everything is
studio.
so precise, and
Mhm.
it's like it's very refreshing to see. I've been watching Eyes Wide Shut a couple more times. I've been putting it's in the cycle now.
Oh yeah.
I've put it in the cycle.
Have you watched
I've
it
been
with sound or just mute?
I've watched a couple scenes with sound, but it's just mostly been on mute right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do an audio listen through watch through. It's just it requires my full attention, and I try to do other things in the background while it is there because I just have such bad attention span.
There's a lot of people do.
It's really bad. It's really bad. I need like 8 things going at the same time. I need the air conditioner going. Need the shower running while I'm just trying to watch Netflix. I just want to watch Emily in Paris, but
You've been watching it?
yeah, but I have to have the shower running and the sink on if I want to watch it, and the air conditioning.
Is it a good show?
It's not realistic, but it's fine. I like it, kind of.
Hang on, let's call my dad real quick.
Is it time?
He just texted me.
Ah.
I'm gonna call him real quick. All right.
Hello.
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, you're in. So say hi.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, you can hear me too.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Pretty cool. It's
That's
like we're on.
Three-way.
It's like we're on like Who Wants to Be a
We
Millionaire.
are having a 3-way. It's amazing.
Yeah. So what? We haven't really been watching much coverage. What's going on?
I haven't really either. I'm trying to stay away from it.
I think Trump's up by 100.
That was a lot of red.
Pissed.
You're pissed about what?
No, I said I'll end up getting pissed.
It's all orchestrated that way, though. That's the thing. It has to be a good show. They can't have like a complete
it's
landslide.
Hollywood. It's
Yeah.
all Hollywood.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Did they show the Kamala spike yet? Is that or are they saving that till like 11:30 or like midnight?
That's later
Probably.
on.
That'll be
a little
later.
Yeah.
Oh, we lost a truck went off a bridge. A truck. We had a
You're
million
right.
ballots in it, guys. It's at the bottom of the Atlantic.
Well, we found it down because he's kind of ahead in Virginia, and I can't imagine that last thing.
There's no
what's
way.
going on down there? They want it. Is that mostly blue?
It's because it's around D.C.
Right. Yeah. Oh.
It's the D.C. vicinity because like I think the top 8 or 9 richest cities are like
DC.
around
Yeah.
D.C.
Well, it's all of them. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that makes sense.
But
something absurd like that.
they're only got so much percentage in. There's still like 20% that's got to come in, and who knows.
Oh, as far as like counted
Same
votes
old
right now.
story.
Have most polls shut down?
What time is it? 10 after.
Oh
10?
yeah. Come on, it's 10 o'clock.
10 at
So,
the latest.
so we're kind of getting into it right
The
now.
latest was 10 o'clock.
That's why I wanted to call you because I was like, oh, okay, I'll just call him real quick.
Yeah, I mean a lot of them out west in Nevada, and they're all closed down.
Arizona?
They're closed down.
Arizona. I mean, yeah. Hopefully, everybody. You still got people. They
mean,
probably
she's
have
winning, like,
lingering around
Vermont.
post 10 because they probably stopped letting people get in line at 10.
Yeah.
But I mean, he took Ohio. He took.
Right now they're showing a
They
lot of
took New
Senate
York.
stuff.
He took.
Yeah, I think he's getting Pennsylvania though.
Trump took New York?
No.
Oh, he didn't.
No, hell no.
I was gonna say.
No, but I think he's. The last I saw, it looked like he was doing good in Pennsylvania.
That's the one.
Yeah. And he was doing decent in Georgia too. He's got 205 electorals. She's got 117.
Yeah.
He needs
Getting
270.
close. Yeah. It's kind of.
Nobody even knows who this bitch is. What are we even talking about? This country hasn't known her. Like, she hasn't spoken a goddamn word.
She's all Hollywood. That's all it is.
She's
more than that. MK
right,
Ultra.
yeah, she got some fucking.
Nobody was.
She got
really
MK
talking about the things she was, in trouble with 6 months ago.
Hey, forgive and forget. We're about forgiveness here and moving forward. And
progress. Right?
Progress. We need first black, Indian, white,
Mixed,
American, Indian, Canadian as
Jamaican.
well. Yes, all these things. We need a woman to lead the country. That's what we really need.
You got your MAGA hats on.
Oh yeah,
you're damn right we do.
I wore mine to the polls, but I left it in the car. And then on the door it said no apparel allowed inside.
They
no
really?
slogans. It's a law. Yeah, no, it's a law. You can't wear anything.
When they put that law into fucking, I thought.
Oh, really?
America
4 years ago.
Jesus Christ, probably
That's
yesterday.
like a Democrat law.
Oh yeah.
God, I mean, have we not?
I know. Why
all
can't
right,
you?
look I'm gonna hit the hay, guys.
All right,
Dad. Well,
I gotta be there at 6. I gotta be there at 6 tomorrow.
We gotta be there at 7, so 8.
Hopefully, there's good news in the morning.
Well,
I think there will be.
Until they
Hopefully I don't eat those words. I might eat those.
Ballots in from all the army people over in Europe.
yeah, they have to count those ballots too, right?
Yeah, but remember they don't have anybody over there.
Oh yeah, she said there's no one even in station, right?
There's nobody over there.
Yeah.
Then, these people, all the army guys are like, "Hey, what are we doing? We're all sitting on the TV here over in Pakistan." Anyway.
All right.
All right, let's go. We'll hope.
Yep.
We'll talk to you later.
Good night.
All right, have a good night.
All right, bye. The limbic system.
The limbic system, regulating of your
Emotional state
and
sexual stimulation.
Exactly. Something that
it's part of your mind.
It's part, yeah. I mean, whether you want to or not, you have a limbic system. How about F8?
Miss.
All right.
How about D3?
Miss.
Oh, Maddie's calling. Hello? Maddie.
Hello.
Hang on. Can you hear me?
Are you guys streaming?
All right. No, we're not live streaming, unfortunately.
Are you just recording?
Yeah. Is that not good enough?
What's up?
Do we have your consent to record you? You're on
Yeah,
a
you just had
podcast right now.
Yeah, you have consent.
What's up, dude?
Consensus. Well, I'm gonna go outside.
Yeah,
real
there's
quick.
a lot of interference. We're just sitting in the
Is there?
basement. What time is it there?
Yeah, I'm eating a Starburst right now.
It's 6:30.
Well, that's only 5 hours then.
Yeah, it's only 5 with the time change over there, but it was 6 when I first got here.
Nice.
Are you pretty tired right now, then?
You sound kind of tired.
No, I'm actually doing pretty good because we've been like going to bed like normal time over here, and I've been like trying to adapt to that. So technically, I've been up till like 5 in the morning every night.
How was the flight?
No problem.
Not that bad.
Not scary?
No,
What'd you
it was
watch?
pretty chill. It was actually kind of annoying. We had to sit on the plane for like an hour, basically. Like we left the gate,
Fucking
and then we
Democrats.
like they made us go back to the gate, and then like they opened the door and everything, and like people got off and like got back on. refuel it, and then they like it was annoying. But other than that, and then we only had like 30 minutes to get to our connecting flight,
God.
but it was right next to the gate.
Oh,
The
perfect.
gate that we came in on, so it worked out.
That's good.
But then me and Bailey wore our matching camaraderie shirts, our Sabrina Carpenter shirts, and on the second
Amazing.
plane I get to, I bought a Dr.
Oh,
Pepper
no.
at the airport, and I sit down, I open it up, and it explodes all over me, and my shirt is just like stained.
Well, they
and it's
stocked
ruined.
it wrong.
So
Did you
that's
shake
cool.
it up?
Well,
No,
you won't get.
I mean, I
Dr.
guess I had
Pepper
it.
next
I
time,
had
then,
it in my
guess.
purse,
Yeah.
so
Fuck
it
Dr.
probably was like
Pepper.
swinging around.
Well, you should have got
But
Coke.
it's literally ruined the shirt. It's stains.
Well,
Maybe it's a
But then
sign.
next time you'll
it
get
looks
Sprite.
like
Yeah.
it looks like drip marks, and Bailey's like, well, it does say camaraderie.
Yeah.
Camaraderie on me.
Oh,
So,
Dark, like a
Come right on me. That's really good. That's a good one.
so I guess
kinda
it
perfect,
works
yeah.
out, but
Amazing.
how's
it's
the
ironic,
weather?
I guess.
Yeah, did you see, were there any bad storms yet? Did you get any bad storms?
Oh yeah, I'll have to send you some videos. So we went to
Does
this
it storm like every
water.
day? I'm sorry to cut you off.
It was just pouring just now, but it
Probably
was
a
sunny
daily
and beautiful
thing.
today.
You
But
were
we
saying
literally had to stay inside all day yesterday because it was down. It literally downpoured all day. Like there was a flood watch and
like
it flooded.
tsunami, like
And so we
almost.
went.
Typhoon.
It was
Typhoon?
insane. Yeah, there was like mudslides and stuff. Apparently, they said to watch out and be careful. We were supposed to go to like a jazz night and go do some stuff, but we ended up just staying in because it was literally so bad out. But
Yeah, watch some
it
Emily
was
in Paris.
crazy.
Did you watch Emily in Paris at all yet? Oh, you're
We're all caught up.
Jacob's been
Okay.
watching it.
Have you? You're
Oh, I
on
certainly
the
have.
newest season?
I haven't gotten to the new season yet. I've been trying to crunch through all the stuff that's already been put out. So,
Well, get ready for no character growth.
well, yeah, I wouldn't expect anything less from a TV show released in our age. You know?
Yeah,
Especially on
there's
Netflix.
zero character growth.
You know, that's what I'm there for, dude. I'm there for just a good time.
It's just for fun vibes and good clothes.
Exactly. Absolutely, sister.
But anyway, so we went to this waterfall on the first day we came. It's like a 10-minute walk from the house here, and today there was like videos, and Bailey went back this morning, and it was just like insane. Like the way there was 10 times more water. Like it was like rushing, and it was all muddy, and it was like intense. It was crazy. So
Anyone
it's just like obvious how much it had rained.
anyone in MAGA hats down there?
No MAGA hats, but we were driving to the beach earlier, and there was two old white dudes standing on the corner of the road with Trump flags.
Nice.
Yeah, not even like you could tell they weren't like natives. They're just fucking old white dudes with white hair. It was funny though.
What a couple of dorks. What a couple of losers. I wish somebody ran their motorized bikes right into them.
He's way up.
He's not. No,
it's
he's
looking good right now.
No, it's not, dude. He's only up by like 20 now.
He's moved up 4 points in the last half hour, whereas she's moved up like 80 points.
Yeah, they did the Kamala
Well, that's
spike.
only because they just declared California. That's 50
yeah.
points.
Oh, that's
by
it.
themselves.
Oh, California's gone. Oh, she's fucked. That's it.
That's why.
It's a get a body
But then
bag.
if you look on, you got to click on the states because it's literally showing them that they're about to be blue, but then you click on them and all the counties are red. So it's like
that's what I mean. Well,
bro, I'm just watching this fucking
the
white
weird-
guy on Fox tell me what's going on here.
we were watching the InfoWars, but it's just Alex Jones like preaching to people to give him money.
Dude, that guy's not covering
What?
any election that's going
There's
on.
like 5 minutes of coverage, and then it's like 20 minutes of just like, hey,
Like, guys, you got to keep funding me so that we can talk to the aliens and the reptilians. All right, you don't
I was
understand.
watching the Joe Rogan Elon podcast
it was
earlier.
cool. It was all right.
It was good. It was like kind of scary because he's like, "Oh, now like your life depends on it," and
Yeah.
it does. But it was like
Elon
intense.
begin too serious, dude. He begin way too serious for me sometimes.
I mean, I don't think he's wrong.
I don't think he's wrong either.
I guess I
But
just don't.
but it was just like kind of scary to think about it like that.
he was talking
And just,
about like production.
And just hearing about like all the fucked up stuff. Like, I don't know. You forget about the corruptness that the government does every fucking day.
Oh, yeah.
So it was like
Every
interesting read
moment.
listening to that.
What's your favorite thing about Hawaii so far?
The turtles in the black sand today, I think. I think that
Cool.
was pretty sick.
You got
it
to
was
see
like-
black sand?
But yeah, we went to a black sand beach and there's like green tourmaline rocks or something in all the
Why do
city
you
pictures.
keep
There's
saying
like
what? Tourmaline?
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
gemstone.
Oh,
It's like ground up green stones in the sand. It was so cool. And then there's like a whole little cove of sea turtles
Okay.
hanging
that doesn't
out,
even
and I
sound
got
like
like
a real
within
place you're
inches.
at.
But aside
It
from
doesn't feel real.
aside
That's
from the things
awesome.
you've done, what else is your favorite thing about Hawaii? More abstractly.
The jungleness. I'm in a very jungly area.
I mean, how do you feel being there?
She just
I
said
don't
it
know.
doesn't. It feels like a dream. It doesn't
Yeah.
feel real.
It's
That's what
exactly.
people
It doesn't
other-
feel real.
Okay.
Like
Are
even
you
I
on
was on the beach
mushrooms?
today.
Are you on?
No, I was.
Do you have
That's
access?
like it feels like I could be.
She has
You know what I mean?
disposables. No.
Ah,
Well,
just-
dude, that's what I mean. You're on the other side of the world. That's what I was trying to tell you. when I
It's
That's
was-
just
good. That's a
pretty
good feeling,
insane.
though.
It
It's like
is.
it's like hard to like really capture, like
Yeah,
to
no, it is.
understand. Because
You're
like
just
even when
in
I was
it.
on the beach, yeah, when I was on the beach earlier, I was like, it feels like you're like because like the black big rocks
Very.
and stuff, it looks like you could be like just on the coast of like the West Coast, like
Feels like
California
anything's
or
possible.
Seattle. And then you look around and you're like, no, I'm in fucking Hawaii. And it's sick,
Yeah,
and
man.
These explosions are probably around Hawaii mostly.
Well, hey, Mo Madison, there's going to be a nuclear missile that launches pretty soon. Actually, that it's going to fly right over Hawaii. So look out for it.
Yeah.
It's a nuclear
What?
bomb.
Where? When?
Yeah, it's gonna look like a lightning bolt from Jesus Christ personally from the heavens.
No, I'm not even kidding. Like the United States and the U.S. is the military is trying
When?
to pass it off like they planned this
After
years
the
in
election.
advance. Like literally, like in a couple hours probably, because they said it's like hours after the
Wait, are you
election's closed.
serious?
Yeah. It's like that
Dude.
false flag thing.
It is serious. I saw it was posted on.
Do you
I
think
saw it
I'll
posted
actually
on
be
X.
able to see it? Like if you looked at where
They're
I am
launching
on a
it
map,
off.
You're in
from
the right
Cal-
place.
Yeah, they're launching it off from California, and they're
Oh,
going to
you'll
fly
see
it right over Hawaii, basically, and it's going to land in the Pacific, like between Hawaii and Japan.
Do you actually know the
I
trajectory?
saw a map. No, I saw a
What
map
the
of it.
fuck?
Oh, you literally saw the trajectory.
Yeah.
You're not shitting us.
I was
Will
like,
you
oh,
send
Maddie.
that to
I was
me?
sitting on my
You were
break.
shitting.
I was sitting on my break. I was like, oh, Maddie's going to see this if I need to tell her, or I need her to
Send
like.
that to me. I mean, it's super fucking cloudy out.
I was
'cause it's
like, Maddie
raining
needs
now,
to,
It's
like-
a piss cloudy day.
take comfort.
but it was blue skies earlier, but now it's cloudy and
Yeah,
Kinda
look at-
raining,
Well,
so.
it might not go over Hawaii. Jacob, look at that picture.
well, if you're saying it's going to Japan, it would be way above Hawaii. Because Japan or Hawaii is pretty
I'm
low.
just saying, you might see a streak in the sky. I'm gonna send you this picture.
Well, which way would I look?
Yeah, and that streak in the
North?
sky.
North, yeah, look
Yeah.
north. That fucking picture is so insane.
Who's lighting this off?
The United States is testing
We
a
are.
nuclear bomb the
worry.
night of the election.
Don't worry, we are.
Not a false
Man,
flag.
all right, we
Don't worry,
are.
we
Okay,
are.
Not a false flag at
the
all.
good guys.
Yeah, what? What? And they're shooting it at Japan? I don't
It's the same
understand.
thing that happened on 9/11.
No, Japan's
dude.
all right. Japan's doing fine.
No, they're just
Well,
testing a
They're just-
nuclear bomb.
It's a test, all right, guys.
They just want it. They're gonna land it in the ocean. They said.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
just in case.
It's
And
just to tell us,
kill all
like,
the
hey,
fucking
just in case we
fish.
get ready for World War III, we're gonna test some nuclear
hey,
bombs.
Sodom and
It was
Gomorrah,
crazy.
cut it out. Cut the
I was
ass rape
swimming-
out, right?
I
I
was
s-
swimming in the ocean by the coral, and I had my GoPro. So I got a bunch of cool footage of like so many sick fish, like bright yellow fish. There's like a rainbow fish.
Like Nemo.
There's the craziest fish, like saltwater fish. Yeah,
Nemo
literally,
was
I
orange,
saw Scar.
dude.
I
not
literally
yellow.
saw Scar.
I'm
from
saying like the
Nemo.
movie Nemo, not Nemo specifically.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Scar
I'm
from
being
Nemo. You know the one that's all scarred up.
Yeah,
Got footage of him earlier.
What about
Yup.
shark bait? Oh no, he is shark bait.
You gotta-
No,
you
we
got
did see like
footage of
this
the
weird
scar?
eel. I thought it was like a piece of grass, but then it started swimming away. It was so weird.
Oh my,
Some weird stuff in the water.
that's awesome.
How much of that is government funded? Jake?
That's what
Yeah,
I mean. They're trying to like
How much
kill
do you
it
think
all.
they were
That's-
impacted by government-funded experiments in like ways?
That's what I'm saying. They're about to get fucked up and
It's really
mutated
sick.
even more.
It's just really sick.
Oh, mutated fish,
We're all experiments here.
but some really beautiful
Excellent.
fish. Pretty crazy.
Excellent.
I just put 2001 on. We got two TVs
An
on
obviously
going on.
good thing to close out the night.
We got the election coverage, and I just put 2001 on.
So they're saying it's like not even going to be finalized for like a week though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they gotta make sure that Kamala wins, so we gotta sort some
Yeah,
stuff out.
so they got to fake a bunch
It's
of votes. and
literally.
stuff.
I mean, my.
Tell Maddie what your sister said about she
Oh,
because
here.
Maddie will relate to
Uh,
this in a sense
So my sister.
very much.
My sister.
Read her the whole text exchange
I
because it's
won't.
very cute. It is actually very cute.
Yeah.
What your mom said is nice.
So we got this is the family group chat. It's not that what I'm looking at. So it starts off with a picture of her cats. She has 3, I think, at least 3. There's picture. It's 2 of them though in the picture. Actually, maybe she just has 2. With her I voted sticker. Hopefully they won't get eaten because of me since I voted for Kamala. My mom responds, I don't get it. Why would they get eaten? Jordan.
I love that response.
Why would they get eaten? My naive mother. And she's genuinely this naive.
Yeah, that's what I love.
It's beautiful.
It's honest.
Trump said that under Kamala Harris, the immigrants will eat your cats and dogs. Literally, during the presidential debate, he said that Kamala will allow illegal immigrants to come into the states to eat your cats and dogs. My mom. Hopefully your muttons won't need any special protection.
Very cute.
And that's it. And I spared everybody. I didn't send any disgusting memes or get even just say anything. I just didn't say anything because I'll just save it. I'm just gonna save it when I see my family in a couple weeks.
Yeah,
and
it will be interesting.
It is going to be a reckoning.
We should do a podcast. I'll call you.
You want to call it? We can do it.
We'll do something like that. I'll call you when you're in Ohio, and we'll do something.
I'm going to be in St. Louis.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to St. Louis.
All right, well, back to Madison.
Yeah.
That's fun.
So what did you think of that, Maddie, that little text exchange? Do you think your cats are going to be eaten if Trump gets elected?
I think she didn't even hear what was said during the debate. No offense.
Ooh, she's paying attention to the headlines.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
yeah,
you can hear
thing.
that.
It's no different. Yeah. That's like what all the girls are like. He says they're eating cats and dogs, or they're going to eat my cat and dog. It's like, no, he's talking about a town where immigrants are literally stealing animals and eating them. Like they're literally eating geese. Like
it doesn't really matter if it's your pet personally. It's the fact that they are just like taking animals that you wouldn't see that are wild, essentially, that you wouldn't actually conceive of being like edible or like actually in play for like eating. But I think my sister just does the quick rationalization. I think the very simple rationalization of like, well, a white man bad, colored woman good. It's quite
right.
Unfortunately,
Orange
that's
man
what it
said
boils
they're
down
eating
to.
pets. That's what people say. Orange man said they're eating pets.
I forgot. I put 2001 on, and the screen has been black for the last 3 minutes.
And you forgot. You're like, what's going on?
Damn you, Stanley. And I forgot my own influence on my own work. I was like, what? That motherfucker. All right, real quick. Me and Jacob are playing Battleship, so I'm going to say D7.
D7 is a
battle,
miss.
like in real life?
Yeah, we're playing.
You have the boards in front of you?
Yeah, we got it right in front of us.
Yeah. How about A3?
A3.
Who's red and who's
miss.
blue?
I'm blue.
Red is my favorite color.
Red is Jacob's favorite color. I know it. He wears it every day at work.
Every day because I'm a fucking... it's my shield. I have to wear it.
Okay, E7.
E7? That's a miss, sir. How about I1?
Miss. Maddie, what's in the background? Is there like a monkey hanging around the tree or something?
They're frogs.
Are they in the trees?
Damn loud frog.
I guess so, but they're frogs. They're making noise. That's what they do. They're called coqui frogs. They sound like they're saying coqui, coqui.
Yeah, it does sound like that. Coqui?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that. Fuck, dude, we should get transferred to are there in Hawaii?
I haven't seen one. There's like Targets and Walmarts.
I'm gonna get transferred.
Oh, there's Walgreens there, dude. We could find one.
You could get a job at a Target or a Walmart.
You don't want to work at Target.
No.
You don't want to work at Target.
What's your worst story from Target, Jacob?
I don't want to tell
Okay, we don't have to. I might look into a transfer to Hawaii. How crazy would that be?
How's the vibes back there? All amped up and stuff.
I would like to just...
Bailey's been showing me like people like crying, apparently.
We talked to Dad a little bit ago. He texted me, and then I was like, I'll give him a call because he's like...
He had a good 5. It was a good 5.
It was cool.
Yeah, he was...
But I don't know, he's like, I'm going to bed. This shit's enough. Enough of this shit.
It's a good show. I think...
I don't know. Kamala's... Jacob said perfect. He's like, it is TV. And Dad was on that wave, too, where it's like, it is TV and entertainment. And Trump was up by a ton, and now Kamala's coming back, and...
It's so stupid.
Well, she only came back because of
But it's now
California.
it's 216, 198.
But it's just also orchestrated, and I think ultimately he will just prevail.
I hope.
And if he doesn't,
I don't know how, dude.
I'm gonna go
I literally don't know how. She's
set myself
retarded.
on fire.
I don't know. I'm feeling optimistic right now, and I also just
Which I
read
think
that
seems
Trump's
appropriate.
campaign is feeling optimistic.
But the problem is, I
They
mean,
all say that though. Like nothing means anything.
my
I feel
sister
like.
thinks wholeheartedly that Kamala might come back as well. But that's
what I
that's
mean.
crazy. There's no way this woman's not gonna make a comeback, right?
I don't know.
This woman
I
makes
don't
a
know the
comeback.
map. I need to see the map.
I'll lose hope. I lose hope
Look at the
if they
map.
make a
Pull it
comeback.
up.
They're not giving us the map
Pull
right
it up
now.
and dissect it. You got to pull it up and click
Brett
in on the
Byer's been up
county
for like
column.
72 straight hours. It's like he's looking for a missing child.
Yeah.
Look at this panel right now. I mean, what a life. Imagine being one of these people.
This sucks. But they wanted so bad. Maybe.
Trump just got 16. Was that...
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Dude, listen
What's
to us.
it?
We literally are watching a sport. We're like, nice. Nice.
Good call. Good call.
Yes, the number is different than the number that it just was, and it's closer to the number.
But what
that
state was
wanted.
that? What would have been 16? Is that Michigan? No, Michigan's like 28.
Yeah, Michigan's blue. Is it gonna come
Well,
out?
how many electorals is that?
Do you guys
I have
think
no
that it
idea,
should stay
dude.
with the electoral vote, or it should be like by popular vote, number of votes?
I've always thought the popular vote as a kid. But as I've gotten older, I've
makes
tied
sense.
more to
Most sense,
tradition.
right?
I've tied more to tradition as I've gone. Like this election, it makes. But no, fuck it. Popular vote. Like, why do certain
mean,
states have
yeah.
more power than others? It doesn't make no sense.
But then
Well, it's because
gives
of they have
individ-
like
oh,
more
man.
Trump won. That's what
legislative workers.
Trump won North Carolina.
Nice.
GG.
How
XP.
did she get 2.4 million votes, dude?
in because she's a black woman. Because she's a beautiful black woman who loves
North Carolina,
Waffle House.
it is very democratic there. I've been.
I was just telling Bailey how
Yeah.
I was just telling Bailey
A lot of
how
exports.
they like edited that picture for her face on that old like McDonald's employee, that really old picture.
That picture of her on TV is edited. There's a picture right now.
It's like they found out it's like this old white, it's like a white lady,
And they
just,
kind of
like,
pasted
edited
her face on.
on. Yeah, it looks ridiculous.
Some like older minimum wage white woman.
No, it's like a young lady, like a young girl, like it could be her first job or something. You know what I mean? And they just
Damn.
like put her face on it.
It's crazy how much like sex appeal goes into the voting, especially this time. Like I feel like it's like old creepy dudes like Tom would want to vote for Kamala just because she's like cute
Yeah.
or like attractive. You know what I mean?
God, and you know they did too.
Yeah,
That's,
exactly. Yeah, like that's that.
nasty.
Oh, it's Peter Ducey, dude, the dog.
Who's that?
It's Peter Ducey. He's always in the newsroom with consulting. He's in the White House. He's the White House correspondent.
We're hoping for if Trump gets elected that Tim becomes press secretary. How crazy would
That'd be fun.
Sorry.
I don't know Peter Ducey.
Oh, sorry. I was.
You're gassing up. You're like,
Well, yeah.
"Wow."
I mean, I don't know. If you know, you know.
Okay.
You know, if you know Peter Ducey.
Okay.
You know, he's always asking the edgy questions. He's like,
Trump's winning Texas. That's nice to see.
Well,
you better. I mean, you goddamn right he
right.
does.
I mean that's a damn given.
And Ted Cruz is dominating Texas.
God, man, it's this goddamn Zodiac killer.
All right, Matt. So, oh shit, Kamala just got a bunch. Closing into the late hours of what time is it? We're 11:45.
Fine.
11:45 there.
November 5th, 11:05.
Yeah.
Any last closing remarks from Hawaii?
Go Trump.
Go Trump.
Go Trump.
How's the weather? We already talked about the weather.
Good. It stopped raining, so it's just like still warm and humid out.
Nice.
I just hear those frogs.
What's your guys' plans for the rest of the night?
We're chilling tonight, but then tomorrow we're actually gonna drive and stay on the other side of the island in Kona and like hang out at the beaches, and there's like some caves and stuff like that, and go adventuring.
You take your camera.
I'm gonna take my camera and stuff, but yeah, I got it all charged up and ready to go.
Nice.
I don't really want to take it to the. We're gonna like stay over there though, so I'm gonna take it. I think we're gonna either get a hotel or camp, possibly like on the beach.
Okay, so it's like a little vacay.
What is going on?
Kamala just went Virginia.
What is happening, man?
Really?
Yeah.
I was
God,
literally
are
just looking
people
at the.
really that fucking lost? Are we this
1.9 million votes she got apparently.
What's the score?
232 to 211.
Oh fuck!
We're getting
Well,
there.
Yeah, we're not gonna know for a while. It's gonna be.
It's gonna come
be
down
an
to
ongoing thing.
Pennsylvania, like they all said.
People are like posting the like what the map looks like when he was going against Biden, and it was pretty much identical, honestly.
Yeah, it just comes down to cities.
Yeah, it's
We're
gonna-
watching.
Yeah, I mean,
Got
it'll probably be really
2001 right
close.
here. They got a bunch of little apes on the scene. Just makes me sad. The juxtaposition of what we've come to. Stanley Kubrick's
Yeah.
editing and Fox News and CNN.
For what? You know
You haven't seen these?
what?
Jacob's over here reacting to the film. He's never seen these shots before.
Oh, there's also like a bunch
There's a
of,
lot of shots. I mean, it's
wild chickens on the island. It's pretty cool. There's like roosters, and they just are everywhere,
That is pretty cool.
and they just like take care of themselves.
It's kind of like
there's
birds here,
also-
right?
There's also a pretty well. It's a little different because they don't fly.
They kind of
They
fly,
just like
right?
migrate around.
They move around.
But it's actually pretty wild. I wasn't totally expecting. Me and Bailey went and walked downtown Hilo, and they're like homeless people are like cracked the fuck out. It's insane.
Yeah.
They're like on meth and stuff, and they're like all have dogs.
They have dogs?
Yeah, most of them have dogs.
It's kind of...
It's just
I mean,
like
if-
it's pretty
How did...
weird.
Oh, they're homeless from there.
They're just like island people.
Yeah,
you know,
island
they're
people.
just like
Native.
literally islanders.
Full native.
Like there's like they'll even like set up shop with like tarps and hammocks in the woods and stuff, and like they have like cars parked on the side of the road with tarps hanging over them. And me and Bailey passed this one. There was like 4 cats guarding it. It was the eeriest, creepiest thing. Like the cats didn't move. They literally just like eyes locked on us as we walked by. Like they were like protecting whoever was in the car. It was so weird.
Yeah, that is weird.
Yeah, don't touch their property.
It's like they were like protecting a dead body, and they're just like
Well,
making sure no one's touching their food or something.
they're guarding their
creepy.
owner.
You need to get your cats
Yeah,
trained
it
up
was
like
weird.
that.
It was like
stand at
I've just
attention.
never seen cats act like that.
That fierce.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. They just like it was weird. It was really weird.
You better
But the
not
dogs are
try
cute. But I feel
anything.
bad for them because it's like what happens on days like yesterday where it literally just downpours all day. Like
Well,
Where
they
do you
get
go?
wet. The dogs get wet. That's what happens.
Dogs
with the
get very
people,
wet,
it's like
yeah.
you just get drowned out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what
It's
happens.
just crazy stuff.
I mean, is that
But
crazy
that's
or
my
is this
final
election
piece.
crazy? You know what I'm saying? How about this election? People fighting for their lives. Who gives a shit? We got an election here.
I mean, hey, they're fighting for their lives too. Everyone is.
Yeah, damn straight. Damn straight.
I kind of want to put on an InfoWars. All right, Maddie. Well, I'll probably call you in a couple days or something.
Yeah.
It's been nice touching with
Alrighty.
you. You sound
Well,
like you're having a
hello?
blast.
Well,
Yeah,
she's
I'm having a great
outside.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's probably like, well, thank God
I got
it
nothing
for
but time. That's the thing. It's like island time. It hardly moves.
This sounds awesome. As we're watching, look at this shot from 2001 as you said that. Amazing.
Nice.
Amazing, Maddie.
Nice,
Well-
nice. Well, aloha from Hawaii.
Aloha.
Yeah, and
That means goodbye as well.
yes.
Well, it's yeah. I think it could be used for both.
Ciao.
I think it's really more of a hello, but
I'm going to keep it American and
I-
just say goodbye.
I think
Yeah.
it's mahalo.
Mala-
I forget
mahalo.
goodbye.
Mahalo.
Until
Mahalo. I
next
think that's-
time.
I
Mahalo.
think that's thank you.
What do the Nazis say? How do they say goodbye?
Auf Wiedersehen.
They don't. They just
Auf Wiedersehen,
rip your
Madison.
skin off.
Auf
They just
Wiedersehen.
skin your head.
Whoa! What are you saying about the German people? What are we talking? We're
You
talking
said how
about
did the What did you say? How did you say?
We were saying how did the
Nazis say
Germanic
goodbye?
people say goodbye?
I said, how did the Nazis say goodbye?
You said Nazis. I say they skin your head.
I know. I was trying to lie.
Okay. Well.
All right, Matt. I'll talk to you. We'll talk to you later. We'll in the future. Hopefully, the free world is still the free world, and
Yeah, you guys
we
are
have will.
actually in the future. I'm in the past right now.
Yeah, you're just no time on the island, dude. You might be dead right now. You might be in purgatory.
Well,
For all I know,
don't say
you could have
that.
crashed on
Let's
in the
not
Pacific
say that,
Ocean.
actually.
You could have. And I'm just
No, I
talking
don't
to
think there have
something.
been any
An
time where that could have
apparition.
happened. I'm still
Apparition.
interacting with other humans, so I think it's okay.
That's what they want you to think.
Okay. All right.
All right. We'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye.
Bye. I think Maddie wanted to say bye to you.
I didn't say bye.
You just put the mic down.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it was over. I said my last bit.
What did you say?
I don't know.
I don't.
I should have said bye.
Something about the Germans.
I was thinking about like how
Trump's about to lose. I feel like.
I don't feel like that at all. I think it's probably fine.
You do?
I mean, I don't really. I mean, what happens, happens. I'd like. I mean,
These people are kind of stressing out.
are they? She looks pretty calm. Looks like a calm 60-year-old woman.
Let's see how these guys are looking. My car broke down the other night. Driving. My battery just died.
At
My
nighttime?
alternator. It's pitch black. Pitch black. I almost died on the side of the road.
You almost died? What do you mean you almost died?
Well, I didn't have any light. My phone was at 2%.
Oh, God.
Called my mom. I was like, hey, I was like, I need help. I was only 2 minutes away from the house. That's yeah. I was on the highway 24 there, pitch black on the left side of the road. And I was like, I was able to do a Michigan turnaround. All right, my battery light, I left Maddie's house, my battery light popped on.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I was going to pick up Chinese. And I was like, hopefully I'll make it to the China house. Turned the car off. I was like, well, I just got to go down 24 and make it home. I think I'll make it. But in the back of mine, I was like, my car will probably die, but I'm prepared for it. Got the China food. Left. I'm driving down 24. It's pitch black already. My lights in the inside start flickering. I'm like, oh, fuck. Goes pitch black inside. Couple minutes later, the lights outside go black. I'm just driving down into blackness down 24, following some red headlights. I'm able to like cruise. I do a Michigan turnaround. My car just dies. And then I'm able to coast off to the left side of the shoulder right here. And I have to make a turn to go down Oakwood. And there's just 2 lanes of freeway, probably about like 60, 70 miles per hour, just pitch black. They wouldn't even see my car until like 5-10 feet because it's black.
Yeah.
And I'm on the side of the road. My phone's at 2%. I'm on the side of the road. I'm talking to my mom. I'm like, hey, you got to come. I need my dad to come pick me up. I need like dad. And I turn like people like one lady yelled at me. She's probably voting for Kamala. She's like, turn your fucking hazards on, you fucking idiot. I'm like, my fucking battery's dead. Like, and then this other woman did stop by and she's like, hey, she's like, are you all right? I'm like, yeah. I was like, yes, my father's coming to pick me up. I'll be okay. Yeah, dude. But I was literally on the side of the road. Like, I wasn't even on the side of the road. I was literally just like on the side. Like, it was not good. I kept telling, I was like, this is not good.
Yeah.
Because no one can see me. And then my phone did die. And then there would be times there was no traffic and I just had to wait for like 10 minutes. But then Pops came around.
You didn't wait more than 10 minutes, 20 minutes?
It was probably 15
minutes.
Yeah. But I had to climb out my window. Like, everything was like, it could have been really bad. I could have, like, my car just died in the middle of the highway.
Yeah. Well,
or it could have died on the right side where people take a right turn to turn around and it was pitch black. So no one would have seen it. It could have been pretty bad. It's kind of crazy how it worked out, but.
Yeah, when I ran out of gas a few months ago, and they come pick me up.
Where at?
Right by.
That was funny because I was like, if my parents were home, I'd probably call Maddie or you.
No, I was on my way to work, but right by like Baldwin and Clarkston, right by that plaza. There's like a subdivision or whatever. But I was able to car shut down or whatever, but I had enough momentum to
Yeah,
turn
exactly.
right into the subdivision or whatever.
My momentum was just
Yeah.
right to the left, and I was on the left shoulder, which is not good. And people are coming by in the area. It was
But yours wasn't a gas issue. Mine was
battery
a gas issue.
Yeah.
How did you know that it was coming on then? How did you
The battery light was on, and then I started realizing my lights were like dimming, and I just thought I could get home.
old battery?
And then it was actually the alternator, which charges the battery, and when you drive, that's what's charging. But the alternator died out, and I was just running on the battery. Battery died, and I was toast.
Yeah.
Shout out to Divine Intervention.
I mean, you just called your dad in time or whatever.
But that's the thing. I had 3%. What if my phone was dead? What if they were out that night? They just got home like 20 minutes prior. If they weren't home, I don't know. There's just weird little things. Where it was like, oof. Or if I was in a different place.
I mean, you could have walked home.
No, I know. I could have walked home, or someone could have stopped, and I could have called them and called things. But
and that would have been that.
yeah.
But thankfully, you
situations worked out.
yeah, you were a bit ahead of everything. It was just.
I was thinking, yeah, dude. I
Yeah.
had to crawl out my window. My ass still is bruised, dude. It's still like right
Crawled.
because it was locked. Everything was locked up. It was all electrical. I couldn't open the door for a second because it was locked.
Really?
Yeah.
You can. There's not a legal thing you can.
Well, I realized that after I crawled out, I was kind of in like a little heated moment. I was like, I need to get out of
Oh.
the car because it's like
Oh
just
Jesus! You
stuck in
crawled
here.
through the window. You didn't.
it was wide open, but I was just like, I need to get out of here and call my mom real quick because my phone's at 2% because
Oh,
it could
sure.
die at any second.
You can't just sit in the car and be sad.
Well, it was pitch black. I didn't want people to come smash into me
Oh
in the
right.
car, in a locked car.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't have been good.
Yeah.
So I kind of wanted to like get out and like show people like, hey,
So do the hazards not? The
no,
hazards
my
really
hazard, like
weren't
I was
worth
in a
the-
pitch black car. Like everything was dead.
Oh right.
There was no light. I was in the middle of darkness. The only light was a red, like flashing light, probably 400 yards down the road. It was dark. Like I said, they didn't see me until like 5 feet. So that's why I was like, I need to probably get out. And then I was standing next to my car. I was like, shit, if someone hit me, this car would probably explode. And then I would probably get hit, or then I'd get fucked for like them being hit. You know what I mean? Like I'm the reason why they got hit. So there was a lot of shit going through my mind, like, oh man. And then I was a little high because I just came from Maddie's, like, and she was leaving to Hawaii, so I was driving home. It's like not a good situation.
Yeah.
I threw a little bit of wax. I had a little thing of wax in my pocket. There's like a little, probably like 3 hits left, and I just fucking whipped that shit.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Really? Oh.
Just in any case, a cop was like, hey, what's going on? Or no, I didn't want to just deal with any reason why. Yeah. It was weird. It was a scary moment.
That is pretty scary. You were really scared for a little bit. Last time, I called my dad last time that my car went out as well.
Well, I just knew they were the closest to me too, and I was like, they could help me out right away.
I didn't have wax on me at the time, unfortunately. I just shed a tear. He said I had to tell my.
Well, I didn't cry. I was like, hey, you guys.
I shed a tear. I cried.
I was like telling my mom, I was like, if my phone was at 60%, totally different situation. But my phone was at 2%, and I was like,
It's like,
you need to get here now. I was like, hey, my phone's about to die. Like,
yeah.
you need to understand that like, I can't be on the side of the road standing here right now. Like, I shouldn't be here. It's not a good situation. Like, and I was kind of nervous too because literally cars were just. And I was literally from here to that TV where, and my car was this table between us. And it was just like, this isn't a good situation, but I have to kind of stand here to let these people know, like, because I had my light on too while I was talking to her. I was like, at any moment, this is going to die. Like, I'm going to be gone. And it did. And it was just it was a wild, such a little moment there. You never know how, and then I was going to make a joke about it. It was the government trying to kill me. They shut my car down, and then they were shutting my phone down.
Like, sir, we can send in the abduction team right now.
Or just my reliance on the technology.
Yeah, I'm still just thinking like, if you were that close to home, you just walk home. I mean,
Yeah,
maybe the car
no.
gets fucked.
If I didn't have my phone, well, then my car either would have got hit maybe or towed possibly. Those are things you got to think about.
Yeah.
What I really would have done, I just would have stood outside my car and just waited for someone to stop by and be like, "Hey, what, are you like?"
Are
Because
you a Samaritan?
there was one person that did, and then there was other person that yelled at me, and I was just like, "What the fuck?"
Tony Hinchcliffe's going to be the reason why Trump loses the election, and we'll never forgive him for it. Probably have to kill him.
It's kind of funny that was like a thing, like,
Yeah.
and then Trump's like,
That Puerto Ricans started pulling out
Trump's like,
because of Tony.
"I don't even know who this guy is.
I know.
I'd never heard of him.
Yeah, I've never even been on Kill Tony. I've never even wanted to be on that show.
Never heard of the guy."
I would never host a show that was only on YouTube. I could not be me. I would only do a Netflix deal, but I heard Tony does have a Netflix deal, so that means very good for him. And, that's why I had him at my rally. And, I don't agree what he said about Puerto Ricans, but it was a good analogy to the actual
Yeah, he had him at his rally.
trash crisis, the actual environmental crisis that's taking place in our oceans.
He had him at his rally. That's what's funny. Oh man, Trump lost.
Well, that's because the people just love Kill Tony. That just got the Kill Tony contingency. That obvious. Nobody watching Kill Tony wasn't already voting for Trump. You're out of your that doesn't make any sense. I don't think there's any.
Yeah,
maybe
that was just
maybe a
that was
slight
humor.
overlap. Maybe it's I like to separate what I watch from who I vote for.
They just put the
There's that person, but there's like
those
two
people.
of them.
They want to try to appeal. Appeal.
Appeal what? Appeal what? A banana? I don't even know where we are.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got to take a pee real quick.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Here tomorrow to address not only the HU family, not only to address our supporters.
Guys, get the body bag.
It's over.
Get the body bags out. They got this fucking
Uncle-
Mike Tyson ripoff. What?
Dude,
I
not
don't even know.
even. He's
What
like
is
a
this guy?
He's like Carlton from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air ripoff, coming out to say that she's not talking tonight because
I'm here to take all the heat.
we still got votes to count, and Donald Trump is a lying man.
Don't forget that he's white.
He's
I
a
hope
white-
that y'all
He's a white devil, and he lies.
make sure y'all stay angry tomorrow if we lose.
That's kind of what he did. Stay angry. We got votes to count. Y'all, it ain't over. It's over, brother. My brother, it's over. It's going to be I don't want to say it's going to be a cold 4 years because everyone's going to prosper.
It's gonna be beautiful.
It's going to be very beautiful.
Everybody's gonna grow, whether you want to or not.
Brett Byers going to grow.
No more stagnation. No more mediocrity.
Exactly. This is it, dude. He
No more-
won. He won. The man won.
I mean, did you not feel it in this whole nation?
Look at they're all leaving. Yeah,
This
it's
is-
so funny how they're showing this. It's like a sad concert leaving.
GG.
The like black fraternity brothers. Hey, we gotta stay strong.
Yeah. Dap me up, brother.
And then you got these
At
animals.
least we still have the dap.
They're literally all leaving.
Yeah. It's over.
It's over.
Man, I mean,
Pennsylvania got called probably.
yeah. Well, I feel better. I feel relieved, honestly. Not that I voted, but I feel relieved. I was worried that I was going to have to read about, like,
Well, let's wrap it on this. What's your vision for the future? And we'll do a little.
I think a lot of freedom as far as thought, not as much hesitation with what you're thinking about, and more decisiveness in your choices, without so much background noise about just from everything that can get in the way of things,
Mm-hmm.
of creativity. I think it'll be good if you are able to take advantage of what's being opened up here,
Mm-hmm.
instead of residing in this this horrible dwelling of
Fear.
fear and like
False fear,
pseudo
really.
progression. I mean,
Yeah.
this idea of
pseudo-progression.
engaging in progression when we're actually at the bottom, and you need to actually like be salvaging what's left of things. We're not going to keep going up. You can only just
Pseudo progression
Going.
is a great word.
it's just, I mean, not to say like I mean things don't always have to be moving forward. It's okay to be like cyclical.
But what is moving forward?
Moving forward, I mean, exactly. I mean, it's just a euphemism for whatever nonsense.
They want you to think moving
Yeah.
forward is.
It's
yeah.
just moving forward. Just like we got to burn through these fossil fuels quicker. That's what moving forward is. Here, how can we move to a more efficient state in which we're actually plummeting towards the end quicker? Instead of just accepting that we are limited and we need
and
to
we are
start.
human.
And we just need to move on
And
to
being-
a different paradigm.
And being human, like we were talking earlier, the ultimate goal of being human is having a family. The biological
Biologically,
goal is having a family and procreating the species.
that should just be instinctual.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what's so fucked up is that it's gone.
Yeah, because there's just been so many layers of bullshit placed on top of it that other other goals need to be met for some reason apart from, I mean, the most fundamental goal that there is.
Procreating.
Not that I have a family or anything, but I mean,
When you think about
just able to observe it.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, yeah.
The ultimate creation.
Creation itself.
Yeah.
Very crazy. I mean, that's really what it is. And, you know, some people just... I mean, a vote for Kamala was a vote for abortion. All right, dude? That's all it really was for. That's the only right that women seem to have in this country is their right to an abortion.
Yeah. Well, hard.
That's tough.
Strong line, though.
Yeah.
It's true.
People voting for
And that's what's so sad is that they pander to that, and it's like...
That's such a pivotal point for people for some reason. Why is that such a pivotal point? Have you like completely separated
it really
yourself
is. Like, what
from
is
the act itself?
Yeah.
Why are we even fucking if we're not like trying to have a kid really
procreate? Pleasure.
for pure pleasure, which is I mean faggoty.
But like most people aren't even
Gay.
getting that great a pleasure out of it.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
they just nut.
how
like,
much
in
pleasure
3
do you
minutes.
still have? You've already desensitized yourself from jacking off for however many years. So like how much pleasure are you really getting out of this thing?
It's almost like the act of recreating what you've seen.
Yeah, I mean, which is, I mean, always going to be a paling impression of the actual thing. Any final thoughts from you, Grant?
I just think this is a turning point.
Yeah,
I
do.
I think back to when 2016 and how I felt when Trump was elected, and I didn't even vote for Trump. I voted for Elon Musk because I wasn't even into that. But I just remember feeling like, oh, this is cool, or because fuck Hillary, like fuck that whole thing.
Yeah, what are you wild?
And then I remember when Trump lost in 2020, I was actually like, oh man, this is gonna suck. But you gotta stay optimistic. You gotta stay positive. You gotta stay, regardless of whatever political systems are above you or overhanging over you. And this goes to any country. This goes to any just person. Could be your own parents hanging over you. Could be a principal hanging over you. Could be a boss hanging over you. Could be anyone hanging over you. But just remember, you're a person. They're a person. We all put socks on. We all put underwear on. We all shit. We all piss. We all want to fuck. We all want to eat food. We all breathe air. So we're all pretty much the same. We all have slight preferences. But don't let anyone try to get over on you. Don't let anyone control you. Don't let anyone try to put some shit in your brain, because you got all the beauty in there, and you got everything you need right inside there. And you just got to find it, and you just got to share it to everyone. And that might be some bullshit that they want to sell, but it is true, because that's all everyone's doing. They're just sharing themselves to the highest level.
Trying to sell you something.
Yeah, but I think Donald Trump's trying to save us.